Explaining Christian faith using scripture alone. What the Bible really says about pastors and money. The Bible speaks clearly and carefully about the relationship between spiritual leadership and money. While scripture affirms that those who labor in ministry deserve support, it consistently warns pastors and church leaders against greed, exploitation, and using ministry for personal gain. The biblical emphasis is on shepherding God's people with integrity, humility, and selflessness. Shepherding, not exploiting. 1 Peter 5 2-3. Peter instructs church leaders to shepherd the flock of God that is among you, exercising oversight, not under compulsion, but willingly, as God would have you, not for shameful gain, but eagerly, not domineering over those in your charge, but being examples to the flock. This passage highlights motive. Pastors are called to serve willingly and eagerly, not because of financial benefit. Leadership in the church is meant to be example driven, not profit driven. Money must never become the reason for ministry or a tool for control over believers. A model of contentment and generosity. Acts 20:33-35. The Apostle Paul presents a powerful personal example when he says, I coveted no one's silver or gold or apparel. You yourselves know that these hands ministered to my necessities and to those who were with me. Paul reminds the elders that his ministry was not fueled by greed, but by sacrifice. He worked where necessary and taught that it is more blessed to give than to receive. His focus was on helping the weak and advancing the gospel, not accumulating wealth. What the Bible emphasizes. From these passages, several biblical principles emerge. Number 1, ministry is a calling, not a business. Number 2, financial support is acceptable, but greed is condemned. Number 3, pastors are accountable to God for how they lead and live. Number 4, true leadership is measured by service and example, not lifestyle or wealth. A call to balance and faithfulness. The Bible does not teach hostility toward money, nor does it glorify poverty for its own sake. Instead, it calls pastors to contentment, transparency, and faithfulness. When church leaders handle money with integrity, the gospel is honored, and trust within the church is strengthened. Ultimately, Scripture invites both pastors and believers to remember that ministry is about souls, service, and stewardship, not personal enrichment. Financial support is biblically permitted. Luke 10:7. The laborer is worthy of his wages. 1 Timothy 5:17-18. Let the elders who rule well be considered worthy of double honor. The Bible acknowledges that pastors who faithfully serve deserve support. Receiving provision is not sinful. The love of money is the danger. Strong warnings against greed. 1 Timothy 6:5-10. Paul warns against those who think godliness is a means to financial gain. He clarifies that the love of money leads to destruction. Contentment is great gain. Pursuing wealth can shipwreck faith. This passage directly confronts the idea of using ministry as a financial strategy. Condemnation of exploiting God's people. Ezekiel 34:2-4. God rebukes shepherds who feed themselves instead of the flock, neglect the weak, use their position for personal benefit. This shows God's deep concern for how leaders treat his people. Thank you and join us on the next episode.